Good morning, everyone. It is very chilly in Wisconsin this morning, and I'm just stopping through this area. I'm in the southwest area of Wisconsin, just west of Madison. I stopped at Governor Dodge State Park, and I heard there's a couple caves here. And you know how I am about caves, I like to go find caves and explore. So I'm going to stop here and check and see if there's any. But on my way in, I found a waterfall, and so that was kind of cool, and a couple other things that are here. And so I'm going to show you that, and we're going to stop here for the day, spend the night, see if we can find any caves, and then we'll head out in the morning. But this is Governor Dodge State Park, so let's go.
So since I had stopped here at last minute, I didn't really do much research prior, and all I had was a map from the front desk and some road signs. So I followed the map and I found one of the signs that said Stephens Falls. And I parked and I thought, okay, this is going to be a really big rushing falls with water going over the rocks. And when I got there, I was taken back. It was very peaceful and tranquil, and kind of one of those places where you can just sit on a rock and just read your book all afternoon. And so it was a very cool place, and it was kind of out of the norm of what you find for big waterfalls.
Here's something that's really cool before we go to the campsite. As you can see, these pipes right here running along this water. But where's it going to? So this is a spring house, rock spring house, as you can see on there. And what it is, as you go inside, kind of looks like a dungeon. But what it was used for is the water would come out from a spring, and it's cold water. And what they do is they put their milk and anything else that needed to be kept cold, they would put it in here. And it would keep it cold because of the spring water, because it's cold. So then they also utilize that water through those pipes out to their farm. Pretty cool. I just saw this. I had to stop by before we go to our campsite. And I'm going to go to the campsite. I need to set up. So before we go anywhere else. All right, now that I have my campsite set up, what I want to do is I want to go for a hike. But before you can go for a hike, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have the right supplies. And there are two very important things that it's always been just drilled into my head. And I know it's a military thing, but the first thing is water. And I always say drink water, make sure you're hydrating, right? But what people seem to forget is hydration doesn't mean just water. It means electrolytes as well. So you need to make sure you have essential electrolytes, because you do not want to be a heat casualty. And let me tell you from personal experience, it is terrible. I've laid against a tree, dry heaving, with an IV in each arm and just trying to hydrate me in the field. And it's horrible. It's the worst thing. And it's probably like, next to drowning, it's probably the worst way to die. But ooh, I just heard some turkeys. So with that, something you can do is you can rehydrate with your water along the way. And so I love using Element. Element is amazing. It comes in these little serving sizes. You just rip the top off, drop it in your water bottle, and away you go. But it has all these different flavors. So you like grapefruit, watermelon, citrus, orange, raspberry, even chocolate, salt. And also bring a couple bars along it, whatever you want, snack bars those are good things. Now, the other thing, and this is something that just like beating a dead horse, but we would always tell our soldiers, you need to take care of your feet. Your feet are a big thing, especially being in the infantry. If your feet get torn up, you're no longer good for the mission. So what I ended up running into last week or a couple weeks ago is actually an inventor of this sock, and it's Wisconsin based, and which, you know how I like hometown Midwest businesses, I like to promote them. So these socks, these are hollow socks. If you look, it's got the name right on them, and these are 100% alpaca. And what's nice about them is when your feet start to heat up, it cools them down, and when your feet are getting cold, it starts to warm them up, and so it's temperature regulating. It's really nice. But you should have good socks before you go hiking. Make sure that your feet are taken care of, and you should have electrolytes besides your water. Other things I like to bring, well, I have my Gore-Tex, just in case it starts to rain out or the weather's bad. This will keep me warm for the most part. I have a tent of some kind, but everything else that you bring, just make sure that you pack right for the weather, and that's about it. That's just something I wanted to just cover because there's a couple products that I do like using, and they work for me. So why would I not put them out there and tell you to go ahead and try them too? So we're gonna go for a hike and then see if we can find these caves that are in this park. And yeah, let's go.
So I started on the trail like I was supposed to, but like always, I ended up taking a detour. And before you knew it, this trip turned into a rock climbing trip as I found myself climbing up the side of this bluff. It was very exhausting, but finally when I got to the top, it was well worth it. I was at the highest point in the whole park. The only problem was, how was I supposed to get down from here now that I got to the top?
All right, so I could try to go down over here. You see where the trail runs. I'm up on the bluff, but if I go down right there, I'm probably gonna fall. Unless I go through, but you know me, I'm gonna go down there. I want to find these caves. Holy crap. Okay. Now where the heck are the caves? You can see on this app that I was up here and then now I'm here. So let's keep going. All right, there's a sign right here. So that would mean that's probably a cave right there. Check that out. It's talking about white nose syndrome. Well, from what I see, let's put this on. From what I see, this one's shut. I can't even get in here. I'm not even sure how far back that goes. Oh, it goes back quite a ways. But see how they got the gate on there? They don't let you go in there. And I think it's locked down. I mean, they have that. You can hear the water. You can hear the water in the back. When it drips, you can hear the echo. That tells you how far back that thing goes. All right, I'm gonna put my gloves on because hello again. Let's just look back here since we're here. Let's check it out. Why not? I don't think we can see that far back. It goes back about 70 feet. It's not really anything in there. It goes back about 70 feet and then it kind of opens up on the top. So that's, I wish there's a name. Maybe there is on that placard, but let's go find it. There's another, I know there's a couple other caves that are around here. Let's go see if we could find them. Okay, if that cave was that close, this one should be, this one should be closer. I'm guessing that all these caves are kind of close to each other. So let's see what's over here. I think I'm just gonna leave my lamp on. So it's gonna start getting dark and we're gonna be out here in the dark. This is not really a cave, but it's a kind of cool little cut. All right, so I'm just sitting here, I'm just taking a break, just recovering a little bit. From what I read, it's about 300 feet in elevation change here from the bottom of where we're at right now up to the top of those bluffs behind me. And I wanted to find some caves, and we did. We found, what you would consider a cave. And a lot of times that's the problem. A lot of times is they'll have those blocked off. They'll have a gate over them because they don't want people going in there and getting hurt. Some county parks, they don't do that, but the state parks, most likely they will. If they don't have a gate on them, they'll have somebody who runs tours. So you can come at a certain time and have them run a tour. And actually, that's what's coming up. Now it's starting to warm up and things are thawing. I am actually part of the Wisconsin Speleology Association. I haven't joined yet, but I have been in touch with them and I'm going to start going in the caves with them. So no more just solo running. I'm gonna actually go with some experts on this. So stay tuned, there's gonna be some good footage coming up. The only thing with that is some of those are on private property. I can't disclose that location. That's just out of respect for people. And in general, a lot of places I might not disclose just because a lot of people will vandalize caves or caverns or anything that's beautiful. They'll just destroy it. I don't know. It's just how it goes. So sometimes it's better just not disclose it. But of the places that are well known, I'll disclose them. So stay tuned. There's gonna be more videos on that. And I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna watch this for a while. There's a loon right there. I have not seen a loon since last year. So it's like, I just want to sit here in the silence and just listen to the animals before it gets dark. So until tomorrow, when we're on to the next place, yeah, I'll leave you at that.